So if you're living in 2020 and you don't have one of these things, how are you getting through this year? I mean, seriously, like, I can understand if you have a dog, but I mean, look at this face.
So come on, let me see you get gone. Baby mamas, this your song. Been pregnant for way too long. Now tell the DJ turn it off. Turn it off.
If she a baby mama,
go ahead.
She gon' do that baby mama.
Work.
Guys, we got some eggs. Ah! You're so good. Good job, mama. So we've been waiting like a week for these two to make babies, and they made babies. She's also got a few over here. But right now I'm going to go ahead and take Daddy out. Toothless is going to come out so he's not stressing her out. Back in your home, sir. Oh, he don't care. So I'm going to go with that she like just started laying because there's only maybe about 20 in here. And like I said, she's probably going to lay like 400 or 500. That's my estimate. So we're going to go ahead and let Mama chill. But I wanted to let you guys know we got New Year's babies. Look at them. I'm also going to go ahead and cover her up so while I'm in the kitchen, I'm not bothering her. Well, we got eggs, guys. I'm so excited. Let's do another informational feeding of the Gildren. And today I kind of want to touch on some things that I've been noticing a lot here on TikTok. Mainly with misinformed owners and misinformed commenters. And yes, some of you may have heard this information already. I'm sorry. First, let's talk about housing multiple axolotls together. I get yelled at a lot in my comment section about this, and it is perfectly fine. Yes, there are some horror stories of axolotls eating their tank mates. But 99 times out of 100, this is because the owner is underfeeding the axolotls. Now let's talk about the fact that people keep commenting they're seeing them in the wild. These are a critically endangered species, guys. The ones you are seeing in lakes or creeks, including Lake Axolotl, are most likely juvenile tiger salamanders. And lastly, I want to touch on substrate again. Do not put your axolotls on rocks or stones. They are dumb. Need I remind you, this idiot right here slammed his face into the side of his tank and gave himself brain damage. Who's ready for an axolotl egg update? I can confirm we are going to have life. So the last time you guys saw these, they looked more like styrofoam balls, kind of like that one right there, which I can go ahead and probably assume is not a fertile egg. But all these other ones have that jelly bean shape, which means they are developing and they're going to turn into baby axolotls. I got some sad news about our twins and our triplets though, but some good news as well. So the thing is with twins and triplets, because there's so many in the egg sac, sometimes they don't start developing, and you can tell that we have two of the sets of twins that are actually starting to go foggy. Which sad news means they're not developing. But it looks like our set of triplets and one set of twins are doing well, so we're going to go ahead and keep them in this tub. This is a sponge filter that's aerating the water, by the way. Somebody said it looked like I was boiling them. I'm not boiling them. I'm aerating the water so they have oxygen. So I'm going to say about 90 to 95% of these eggs are developing. I am keeping some to sell in the future, as I said before, but a good majority of these are heading to new homes. I woke up to a special delivery. Let's open it up. I like that he labeled the styrofoam. All right, looks like we got some paper towels. And there she is. Wow, she's a lot smaller than I thought she was going to be, but let's open her up. So I'm pretty happy with the packaging. She was double bagged. And there is an ice pack in here, which is really good. And she's nice and insulated with the styrofoam. Let's go ahead and take her out, though, so we can get a better look at her. She's looking pretty good, other than being a lot smaller than I thought she was going to be. I thought she was going to be more around the 8 to 10 inches, but she's definitely more around 6 or 7. So hopefully she's got a little bit more growing to do. You can see she has these beautiful sparkles called iridophores, which just looks like she has this gold glitter underneath her skin, which is one of the reasons I wanted her. She's so beautiful. Did you just blow a bubble at me, miss? Anyway, for right now, we're going to go ahead and let her kind of relax and chill in this tub. And for the millionth time, shipping live animals is normal. Even the animals at your local pet store probably ship to the store. While Blink is still laying her eggies, let's talk a little bit about the 603 she's already laid. First, let's do a little bit of an anatomy of these eggs. So in my hand here, you can see this jelly-like substance with the little white dots in the middle. She's eating, sorry, but because she's an albino, Blink's eggs are actually white. Any non-albino axolotl, their eggs would actually be like a gray or black color. Don't ask me about that scientific fact because I don't know why. But I want to go ahead and explain the anatomy of these guys a little bit more because this is going to be super awesome for you guys to kind of watch with me over the next couple weeks as they develop. So think of these as like a chicken egg, but without the shell. So you have the jelly-like membrane that is your egg whites that is protecting the yolk, which is the white dots in the center. So since these have a clear jelly membrane, that means we're actually going to be able to watch them develop from these weird little white balls into actual little baby axolotls. And yes, that means they're going to be very, very small. Blink also actually laid 3 sets of twins and a set of triplets, which basically means these embryos are sharing a little sack together. Good job, Mama. You're doing great. I know y'all have been dying for a baby update, and I apologize for the ksh, but I have their food going, and then I'm aerating their water. At this point, I have divided them by color. So over in this tub, we have our golden albinos, and in this one, we have our wild types and our black ones. So this darker, more solid color is most likely going to be black, and then this guy right here with the stripes is most likely going to be a wild type. And then we have this guy who seems interesting. Yeah, they really just started eating last night because hatchlings don't tend to eat for like 2 to 3 days after they hatch because they're absorbing their yolks still because they came out of eggs and eggs have yolks. The twins I'm keeping track of in their own tub. We got twin number 1 and twin number 2. And these guys are eating and doing well. And then we have our lone triplets, who me and my sister have lovingly just started calling Trip. And I know a couple people have already gotten a sneak peek at him, either on Patreon or in some axolotl groups I'm in. But he has some very interesting coloring, so I'm excited to see what he turns into. Fingers crossed we don't lose the last triplet. Who's ready for an egg update? So they're actually starting to get their color. Look at that. A lot of people were asking if they were all going to be albino, and I can now say that no, it doesn't look like it. Because these two right here are starting to darken up a little bit. You can also see that those little gill frills are starting to poke out a little bit on the side of their head. So we are moving right along, so I think this weekend we're probably going to have some babies. And for those asking, yes, it is perfectly fine that I'm grabbing them out of the water. I am very gentle. Now let's take a look at these guys. You guys remember our set of twins and then our set of triplets where one wasn't developing, but it actually looks like 2 out of the 3 triplets are developing. So I guess I was wrong. Yesterday I said I thought we lost all the triplets, but I think they're just a little bit more behind in development than the rest of them. And the reason I'm not separating the duds, especially this stud in this egg sac, is because I don't want to run the risk of hurting the other like 42 babies in here. So they're not hurting them, so I'm just leaving them. And yes, I'm keeping roughly 40 babies.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Who is ready for a hardcore baby axolotl update? And I say hardcore because a lot of things have happened in the last 24 hours. Number 1, the babies are now in a beautiful racking system. For those who have been around for forever, you might recognize this because I finally pulled one out of storage. These are actually what I usually use to store my babies instead of on my kitchen counter, so yeah. But y'all are here to see the babies, right? So now that they have been switched to blackworms, they're actually growing like crazy. Look at those little arms. Our medium babies ain't so medium anymore. So these are our big babies, our medium babies, and then our small babies here at the bottom. And then our twinsies are still in their own tub. But I have more exciting things. We got more axolotl eggs. Look at how cute and tiny they are. Fully blaming my sister on this one. So now when these babies are done, we'll have more babies. But moving back to our first clutch here, I'm pretty sure these guys are going to be ready to go by the beginning of March. And top tier patrons will get access first. Keep an eye out. Let's talk about Ladybug Assassin over on Twitter, who is claiming that it is normal that her axolotl ate its tank mate. Like legit, she's telling people that this is normal and that their axolotl might do this. I want to start off by saying that I'm an axolotl breeder and have been breeding axolotls for 3 years. All of my juvenile axolotls are raised communally, and I've never had an issue with cannibalism. All of my adult axolotls are also raised in groups, and I've never had an issue with cannibalism. While nipping is not unusual, it's normally only done when they think like their tank mate's foot is a worm because they have shitty eyesight, y'all. And the good thing about that is the axolotl's leg or gill will grow back, but that's normally the extent of it. They bite off a leg and they're done. If you as an owner have experienced your axolotl eating your other axolotl and killing your other axolotl, you're having an issue as an owner. I'm confident to say that about 99% of the time an axolotl exhibits cannibalism in your care, it's probably because you're underfeeding and not giving it proper care. And before y'all jump on me saying she might be giving proper care, look at this axolotl. You can look at this axolotl's gills and tell it is suffering from poor care. Very few axolotls will exhibit cannibalism without cause. Does it hurt when your axolotl bites you? Remy, shall we demonstrate? Remy, I'm giving you permission to bite me, okay? You have one job. Just nibble the finger. Just nibble it. Ready? Okay, Remy respects me too much. Stark, can you bite my finger? Not you. I'm not, no. There's too much going on in this quarter. Back to Remy. Remy, please. Remy, please. Remy, please. Remy, I don't ask a whole lot of you, dude. Can you please just nibble my finger? Boop, please, please. Ah! You didn't even bite me. You just scared me. Please. Apparently he doesn't have a hunger for human flesh today. As no. Oh, there we go. Ah, that didn't hurt. Anything, I just made him grumpy. The answer is no. It doesn't hurt.
This is a video from the day I first introduced my axolotls. As you can see, they immediately started doing a mating dance. Why, you may ask? Because axolotls are completely indiscriminate. They really don't care. They'll get excited over a rock, to be honest. So just so you guys know, my axolotls are gay and they are in love.
Girls like you around guys like me, so now I come through on a girl like you, yeah.
And you were my baby. It started when we were younger. You were my boo. You had to get your laundry clean. Didn't want no one to hold you. What does that mean? And you said, ain't nothing gonna break my style. Nobody gonna slow.
Unboxing my axolotls and introducing them to their new home. When I opened the box, I was so excited to see them swimming around. I put the bag they came in into a plastic box and set up a slow drip of water from their tank so they could gradually get used to the temperature. After several hours, I opened the bag and let them get even more used to the water, and then here I am later on releasing them into their beautiful 40-gallon aquarium home. So far, they seem to really enjoy it, and they especially love cuddling in their tunnels.
Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having got a lot, I don't need a lot.